Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a gorgeous and beautiful geometric rhubarb tart. This tart is going to be actually quite easy to make since the design that I chose today is not that difficult and crazy. Don't worry, it won't be nerve-wracking at all. Thanks to the rhubarb, this tart is going to be a bit tart, but it will also be sweet since we are going to make a delicious almond cream. So let's get right into it. I'm sure you're gonna love this recipe. As promised, we are going to start by making a gorgeous almond cream. In French, you would call that crème amandine or frangipane. This is the type of cream you would use when making any sorts of tarts, but also when it comes to making king's cake, what we call the galette des rois. And it is amazing and goes perfectly well with the rhubarb, so let's get right into it. I'm first of all going to use some room temperature butter that I forgot just a tiny little bit in the microwave, so it's a bit melted, but it's fine since we all do this at some point. And I'm going to add to that some icing sugar and some vanilla extract, and I'm going to mix this well with my spatula. This is great. Now we are going to introduce 2 large eggs and mix once again. For my dry ingredients, of course, I'm going to use some almond powder. You can call that ground almonds, I don't really mind. And I'm going to mix this with some cornstarch just to thicken our base a little bit, and then we are going to add that to our beautiful cream and mix once again with my spatula. Now I'm going to add a very Williams Kitchen ingredient, which is crème fraîche. I use this ingredient in almost all of my recipes, to be honest, since I am French and I love crème fraîche and good quality butter. So this is a full fat one. You can also use sour cream if you cannot find crème fraîche, and I know that it's quite difficult in the US, for example, or even double cream if you're in the UK, it is fine. And you're gonna mix this one last time. This is great, so now I'm just going to cover everything with some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge while we work on the rhubarb. It is time to work on our gorgeous rhubarb, and I'm using some rhubarb that I actually picked myself in the fields. It was so fun. We went with my family a few days ago, and it was just the best experience to just harvest your fruit and vegetable directly in the fields. I really suggest doing this if you can. And then once you have your gorgeous rhubarb, you're just going to wash it away, of course, and then we are going to cut it in some geometric form. I actually had a first design in mind that I wanted to create, but it was so difficult once I tried to assemble everything, so I went for an easier one, but it worked with the same shape. So it is pretty much like a rectangle, but a bit more diamond shaped. As you may see, I actually divided my rhubarb between greens and reds so that we could create a nice design in the end. But once you've taken care of your rhubarb, we are going to work on our dough. And today I'm using my gorgeous homemade puff pastry. This is a quick and easy cheat recipe for puff pastries. So don't worry, it didn't take long to make actually, so I really suggest you make it ahead and then you use it in this recipe. It will really make a difference. So I'm just going to roll it out on a floured surface, and then I'm going to cut a square shape, but of course you can do a rectangular or even a round one. This is great, so now I'm going to spread our thick and chilled almond cream on our beautiful puff pastry dough, and then we can add the rhubarb. I actually suggest making the rhubarb design ahead on your surface or table or whatever you want, so that you do not end up in a nerve-wracking situation, since I actually tried to do another design and then I tried it on the tart and then it was a huge mess because of the cream. So really try it out first on your surface and then transfer everything on your almond cream and it will be much more easy. Our tart is now done. As you can see, I actually transferred it in another pan because I decided that I actually wanted a bit more angle with our puff pastry. So this is why I did this, and I also used some aluminum foil, but of course, if you do a round one, just use a regular tart pan and it will be fabulous just as well. And now it is time to bake our gorgeous tart in our preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius. That's 390 in Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes or until it is golden and brown on the sides and the rhubarb is obviously cooked. It will still be a bit firm but super creamy in the inside, exactly what we want. And then you are going to let it rest completely at room temperature. Final yet very important touch, I'm just going to brush my tart with some homemade strawberry jam. This will not only add color but also a gorgeous taste to the overall tart, and then you can serve it. And that's it, it was that easy to make such a stunning rhubarb geometric tart. You are going to surprise and amaze your friends and family when you will try this recipe. Believe me, this is actually quite easy to make, so just trust me on this. You can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below if you want to recreate this recipe. And if you want to share a picture with me on social media, I will be very happy, so do so on my Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to help me grow on YouTube, and give this video a comment and a chat if you want to talk. I'll be very happy to respond, and I will see you very soon for another amazing recipe. Bye!